Hello YouTube. So this is gonna be a quick tutorial. It's gonna be on animating logos in After Effects. So we're gonna be using a file we created with Photoshop in the last tutorial. That's creating a logo. So I would import the logo, but first I need to go to composition. Then I'll set the composition size to, let me go with this. No, check this out. Yeah, 1280 by 720, because that's the file. That's the file size of the. That's the resolution of the logo we designed in Photoshop. So I'll just go right here, file, import file. So I'm gonna be importing these as a composition because I need to retain the editable the layers. So retain layer sizes. I'm gonna set this to retain layer sizes. So yeah, I'm gonna say merge layer styles into footage because you can see there's a description here. You can just read it in your. So right here I'll just go ahead and click OK. So now my logo is already in a composition, so I don't even need this composition I created earlier. My bad. So I'll just go ahead and delete that. So I'll just go on with this. I'll double click on this, and the cool thing about PSD files is that just places everything in a composition for it with the original sizes. So if you create a logo in Photoshop and you save it, as a PSD file, when you import it into After Effects, it's already in a composition, so it's quite easy for you to manage your files and animate or whatever you want to do with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and you can see it retained all the names from Photoshop. So right here, the only thing I need to change, it's the text. It's already converted that into a picture, an image. So I'll go ahead and let's just get started with the logo animation. So for the animation, what I want to show up first, I want the polygon to show up first. So I'm going to be putting the polygon below. So I move that below. Okay, don't need this. So the play more will be coming in last. So I'll move that. I'll move that up. So this is the gloss. This will come in after this all the play button has shown up as well. So I need to adjust the timing of the animation. So let's say I want this animation to be let's say 15 seconds long. I'll just drag this slider, this one right here. I'll drag it to 15 seconds, then right click on this space right here, then trim to comp area, then it just cuts it and snaps it for me. So now I need to adjust the timing like I said. So first, the first thing I want to show up from, let's say the first okay, from 0 seconds to, let's say 1 sec, I'm gonna move this polygon to this point. So so the play button comes in next, so I'll drag that to so this wherever I drag it to the time, that's when I want it to show up. So the play button on the text, where is the text? Okay, play more. I need to move that to like 8 seconds. You can see what I'm saying, the drawing out the animation already. So for the gloss, I need to move that to the end. So after the play, let's say 10 seconds, and it just, so this is what it looks like. Well, the animation is not done, but we've done the blocking. So just move that, everything just comes into place. So the idea is this: I need to animate this to this point. So when I wanted to show at this point, but it has to animate in. So for it to animate in, I want to create like a rotation effect and a scale. I'm going to adjust the scale, the opacity, and on the rotation. So to do that, I'm going to press T on my keyboard for opacity and drag that to 0. And on the first, okay, now I'll move to 1 second. Yeah, I'll drag my slider to this point, then I'll just increase it to 100. So if I press U on my keyboard, oh sorry, I missed something. Let me press T. I forgot to like check this, so I need to check the the key on the time on the stopwatch icon right here. This is what keys, whatever adjustment you make, like whenever you animate anything. It's like the auto key feature in 3ds Max or other softwares or 3D softwares. So on the first frame I want to switch this to 0, then I'll move to this place and increase it to 100, so it fades in like this. But I just don't want it to fade in. I want to adjust the rotation as well, so I'll press R on my keyboard, and like I said, you need to click the auto key, then you move to, let's say, because after it moves fades in, I still want it to rotate a little bit, so I'm gonna click this button right here so I can retain the exact rotation values. That's 000. So I'll go back to the first frame, then I'll just adjust rotation to whatever length I want. So it looks like this. So it looks like this. So the next thing I need to adjust is the scale. So I'll just press S on my keyboard. I'll click the time the stopwatch as well, or you can, looks like a stopwatch, looks like an alarm or whatever. So I'll just move to this to 2. That's 2 seconds. I'm using a time. Okay, so this I'm gonna scale it down. I'm gonna scale it down to 0. Just type in 0 here and drag back to this place. So I'm gonna switch the keyframes, so you can actually move these keyframes these keys. So I'll move this one here, I'll move this one here. So this keyframe contains the values where the scale is on 00, while this one is on 100%. So it just scales in like that, but it looks kind of too basic. So another thing I can do to this to make it look better is go press P on my keyboard and just click this thing again. So the position, I'll move this right here. So I want to adjust the position of my keyframe, of my polygon on frame 0. So I'll just adjust it, I'll move it up, take it out, I want to take it off the screen totally. So we just, yeah, something like this. So, but in animation it's always good to have hacks. There's something we call hacks. So I'm gonna move this like the okay, so I'm gonna create this kind of effect. So it just, yeah, but the first keyframe I still need to stretch it a little bit more, let's say to this point. So I'm going to adjust my hack. Oh, sorry, shouldn't adjust that here. So I'll move to this frame. Just adjust the hack like this. So it looks like this. So it looks like this. Then at this point we want to bring in the play button, the play icon. So this is it. Select it and just bring it to view. So by 4 seconds, yeah, so I want this to show up completely. So what I can do about that is I'll just go ahead and adjust the opacity like I said. So you press T on your keyboard and you click this stopwatch, don't forget, then you click it, you click this again. So you can have 2 keyframes, because for an animation to work you need to have like a begin and the end. So this is like the first frame and this is the second keyframe. So I'm gonna select this one, I'm gonna come on this keyframe. You need to be sure you're on that keyframe so you don't create this kind of effect. Let's say I had something like this and you're not on it properly, you can actually create 2 keyframes, and which is a mess. so always watch out for that. So I just adjust this like this. So we can also go ahead and adjust the scale. Just go ahead and adjust the scale. Let's press S. So instead of clicking this key switch, auto key switch every time, you can as well click this auto keyframe button right here. So whenever you do anything, it just keyframes it. So you don't even need to check it here. As long as this is checked, this is on, you've activated this, you can. So just note that makes things a lot easier and faster instead of clicking that every time. So I'll click this, adjust the scale. So I'll come here, let's say 4, then I'll set this to 100, then I'll come back here and set this to 0. I'll set this to, let's say, like want it to like scaling, yeah, way bigger than. And you can see I talked about making sure you're on the keyframe. I just made that mistake now, so don't fall for that. Okay, scale this up like way beyond. So yeah, scales in like that. But I noticed it's a bit slow, so let me use a ramp preview to see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's quite slow. So I need to bring this closer. Yeah, that's cool. So we can also give it a good quite okay, let's adjust the rotation as well. So I'll press R, and like I said, we don't need to click this anymore, or you can just click it if you want, since we have this on. So I'll just move to, let's say, yeah, 3 seconds, adjust the rotation, set this to 0, then you need to like adjust the rotation here. Just set any value you want. Yeah, but that's too much. Let's reduce this, bring this down, and set this to 1 or 0. 0 is fine. Let's bring this down a little bit more. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, good. Because we want the animation to be subtle. We don't want the animation to be subtle like this. So the next thing we'll have to add to is text. So we need to bring in the text. Oh, so this is the gloss. We need to bring in the text. But before we go for that, yeah, there's just this weird movement to this one at the beginning. So the text, I would like to like replace this text because the font we use here is the Century Gothic. So I'll have to create a new text in After Effects because I want to animate my text in. I don't want to use the I don't want to animate it as an image file. So what I need to do is I'm going to press Ctrl T on my keyboard. Then it brings this, change my icon, my mouse pointer to a text. So I'll bring this. So I'll bring this to the the slider on the check on the text itself, on the text object. Sorry. Then I need to drag like this. So I have the exact size. Then inside it I need to type PLA more. Yeah. Just double click, resize it properly. Yeah, then change it to black. Need to bold. Yeah, switch off caps lock so it takes that off, because whenever you have caps lock on, for some reasons it just After Effects is just not cool with caps lock. So I need to increase, sorry, Yeah, we need to increase the text order, the placeholder for the text. So it's, yeah, so you take that out. I made a mistake there. So for the top one, to make it the same size like we had before, I'll just adjust this, set the tracking, increase it. Then for the one below, so it's, you need to set the leading where it's too much. Okay, so I still need to adjust the placeholder. Good. So now we have our text, and the cool thing about text in After Effects is that you can actually animate the text. There are lots of presets you can use to animate text in After Effects, so I'm going to be showing you how to do that now. So right away we need to, so the moment this one comes in, we need to bring the text to this point because one will come in immediately. And to do that, we just right click on the text, go to effects. No, let's not do it this way, because we can go to effects and text, then, but I want to show you how to use Adobe Bridge. And for this tutorial we don't even need Bridge. What we need to do is just go to effects and presets, go to animation and presets, no, effect and preset, we just use text. Okay, animation and preset, then you click presets, then you come to text. So we have lots of text animation in here, but for better visibility I would like us to open Bridge. So I changed my mind, so click browse presets here. So don't forget, you come, there is this slider here, there is a drop down here, you just click on it, then you select browse presets. So that opens Adobe Bridge, so we can actually see what all these effects do in Adobe Bridge. And that's a cool thing about it, instead of just walking blindly and dragging things and testing. So we can just go ahead and do that in Bridge. So I'll open Bridge. So Bridge is opened. I'll go to text, like we select text, then you go to, want it to animate in. So we have lots and lots of effects here. You can see the bars. So what I'll just do is, for the sake of this tutorial, in your spare time you can just experiment with several other ones. So mistakenly selected that one, let me just press Ctrl Z. It's going to go back to Bridge. Okay, so for some reason my Bridge is just messing up, so I'll just go to animating and select one of these animations. Let's say I want this one. I can double click on this preset, or I can just drag it on the text itself. Then let's see what it looks like. Just, that's where it animates in, like this. It's quite cool, but what I would love to do is I'd like it to come from a different side. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to drag this text below my polygon, and you see what I'm saying. So by the time I play like this, so it just comes from behind, and it looks quite cool that way. Yeah, so it just comes from behind. Then after this is okay, after this animation, let me just press U. Okay, then we can bring in our gloss. Where's the gloss? Okay, right here. So I just drag like this. So but the gloss, I would like it to like flip in somehow. There is this effect, this cool effect. It says transition anyway, so you just right click on the layer, effects, transition. Yeah, it's twister. Yeah, CC twister. So CC twister, I'm gonna click this. Yeah, the time, the auto key time frame, auto key, whatever it's called. Yeah, the auto key. I'll click on the auto key, then I'll just increase the transition to 100, then I'll switch this off to none, so it doesn't show up anymore right the moment I switch it to none. Then I'll go to, let's say, just few seconds, not even up to a second. Let's just drag it to this point. Then I'll set it back to 0. And you can see what I did here was on 100 the transition doesn't show anything, then on 0 it just shows these effects like boom. And the cool thing about this CC twister is that you can even adjust the angle you want this effect these animations to come from. It can come from this side. So let's say we want ours to come from this side, then it just animates it like this, boom. So you can adjust the shading, you can switch off shading for it, so you don't have this. The moment I turn on shading, you see what I'm saying, it just has this effect, but I don't want that. I'm going to be turning that off as well. So with that, I think this tutorial is almost done. So we've learned so much from this animation tutorial. So let me just play it out. Let's see. Play more. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is adjust the timing. You would see for this particular one it's quite slow compared to the rest. That's the polygon, so I need to select the polygon and adjust the timing. It's quite slow, so I'll just bring this in. Okay, now let's see, better. So another thing we need to do is adjust the hack. At this point it was dragging a little bit, so I need this to like come in so smooth. Yeah, I need to smooth. I want a smooth movement right there, so I need to adjust the anchor point. I'll just drag this and make the curve smoother. So we have a smoother hack now. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, great. It just spins like that. Yeah, that's so great. So bring that in. Boom. Yeah. So that's the quick tutorial. It's not that quick anymore. I think we've spent quite a lot of time on this, but I'm sure you've learned so much from it. Good. So another thing I'm going to be teaching in the next tutorial is how you're going to take this into Adobe Premiere and add sound effect and sound. Let's say you have a soundtrack, you can add sound effect to it. I'm going to be showing you how to edit sound to it. So let's say we're quite done with this. Let me just adjust the timing. I'll bring this in. Let me Control Z. So to adjust the timing, because I don't want to lose the timing for the rest, I'm going to select this, and this. Those are the three main objects. I'm going to drag this in like this, so everything just so our animation is even less than 15 seconds because it would be too slow if we had something else like dragging. Yeah, it would be terribly slow. So for this text that was coming in, we can even have like a motion blur to it. You can add like a motion blur effect to it. This is the motion blur preset. So the moment I click on the motion blur, so it enables motion blur for the object in the scene. So but there is one more thing you need to adjust when using motion blur. Yeah, so my After Effects was minimized, sorry. So this button right here, I need to click on toggle switches. So the moment I click toggle switches, it just enables this new set of options for me. So I need to come here. You can see motion blur right here, so I'll just check motion blur for the text. Then for the polygon, because it moved as well, I need to check polygon for it. But note, when you enable motion blur in your animations, it actually increases the render time and the file gets larger, but it's cool though. So I'll enable motion blur for the play as well. So let's play. Let's see what we're talking about now. You can see that blurriness in it. Yeah, and it's so cool. So I need to let me enable motion blur for the gloss as well. So I believe this is a wrap. So thanks to you guys for watching, and If you love this tutorial and you have any suggestion or comment, you can drop it in the comment section below. See you guys in the next tutorial. Have a great day.